How have you been finding it so far?
Yeah, the Supercross at Paris-Lille's been, for me, it's been a great experience. It's something that I've always dreamed about doing as a kid. I went to Bercy, which was known as the big Paris Supercross for years, and we travelled over all the way down from Scotland, 3 or 4 years on the trot, and just really enjoyed the atmosphere and making the paper airplanes and throwing them down onto the track. So to get invited this year and to come over and actually have a go at it myself, albeit at a different stadium, it's just one of them things that I can tick off the list of goals that I wanted to achieve. And I actually feel like I'm riding pretty well out there. My lap times are within reach of the top guys. I'm not way off, so feeling quite confident, quite comfortable, and yeah, just having an absolute blast.
How much prep did you do before this? I know you've got a track at home, but have you been motoring down since Western?
After Western, in prep for the Supercross here, I took a couple of weeks break actually, because I was still a little bit feeling the effects of my crash in America and the Nations. So it was a difficult time really to try and prep properly for here, but as you said, I had a track at home. I built a full spec Supercross track, whooped a lot. I managed to get about 2 days riding done before it started just peeing down with rain, so a bit unfortunate really. I didn't really get nearly as much prep as I wanted to. I just got out on my bike when I could, went to a couple of motocross tracks, but as far as Supercross, I've probably done about 25-30 laps, and that was about it. So pretty underprepared, but I think overall I can see that I'm getting better and better each session out on the track, which is quite obvious if I haven't done enough prep. But it's been one of them things where definitely in the future, if I come back, I'll have to make the effort to prep so that I'm definitely ready to run up front, not just do as best I can really.
How does your track compare to this? I guess it's nowhere near as technical and tough.
No, the track that I built at home, I tried to make it as technical as I thought. The whoops are probably the same. Not cut. My whoops at home didn't cut out as much until it rained, of course. But these ones are like quite tacky and really quite soft and get quite rutted. So they're quite a bit different. You have to watch and try and follow a line rather than just going wherever you want. In America, sometimes you see the whoops getting quite polished and it being quite easy to sort of change line. But here, you've really got to stick to where you're going, otherwise it might bite you in the ass.
That's obviously the bit that everyone looks out for as well, because you expect the MXGP riders to struggle. It seemed like that was actually the bit you got to hang on the quickest, and it was more of a timing in the rhythms that took you a bit to suss out.
Yeah, I think the whoops. Yesterday, when I done the whoops for the first time, I thought, wow, these are like massive. You couldn't even roll them. They slowly worn down a little bit, but I know from experience, I've done a lot of whoops before, and you just have to attack them really. You really have to just set your mind at the start of the corner, hook an extra gear, and just go for it. So it's like riding sand. I always say to people, when you're riding sand, the faster you go, the easier it is. The same can be applied to the whoops here this weekend. Just attack it, but I tell you, after 3 or 4 laps around there and your arms start pumping up, it's quite hard to get the motivation to just keep hitting them flat out. So it's such a great experience, and it's just nice to be part of the whole show and everything that's all going on here.
And obviously you led a lap in the main last night, so I guess you were stoked with that.
Yeah, leading a lap last night was definitely unexpected. I had a great start actually. I actually went off track on the first corner behind Cooper Webb. Just managed to find a really nice line through the first main corner, the second turn as it was, and found a spot where everyone else was getting all caught up in the carnage, and I just came out the double jump in first. So it was nice to lead a lap. Quite a good feeling to have a clear track, but I think probably from there I put a little bit of pressure on myself. Tried to think, let's get away, let's try and do some good laps, and made a few mistakes which cost me a lot. But at the end of the day, it was nice to tick that one off as well and say led a lap at Bercy Supercross, and hopefully tonight get another good start, but be a bit more sensible about it and try and pace myself from the get-go.
Already today your lap times are a little quicker. Is there a reason for that? Have they made any changes to the track or anything?
I think the reason for the lap times getting a bit quicker today is just purely the whoops are a bit less peaked than they were yesterday. They're quite flattened out. Everyone knows where they're going. Everyone's trying a few different line choices, shorter in the turns. Everyone's attacking the track a bit more. They know exactly how it is and where to make up the time. So I think it's quite a natural progression to try and just keep charging on. As I say, everything's getting a bit lower, so that makes it a bit easier. But interesting to see, the times were super tight this morning, especially in my practice. I think there was 1 second separating the top 9 or so. So it was good to see that my lap times, albeit I finished 8th in my group, you know, I'm not far away at all. So it's all going to be down to the start and staying out of as much bar banging as I can.
With that in mind, any goals for tonight? Or is it just stay out of trouble and put in some clean laps?
Yeah, I think try and improve on last night. You know, got through in the semi last night, avoided going to the last chance qualifier, which was the goal. Stay out of that carnage because that looked pretty intense, that race last night. Good one to watch. But obviously myself, just try and get through in the semi, get a good gate pick for the main, get out of the gate, stay out of trouble, and just put in solid laps and try and improve on last night.